Yes, lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast this very minute. We're going to speak about a couple of things. William Saliba has officially been announced at Marseille, shirt number 2. That is his just number throughout the season. And Edu has been speaking about the situation around Arsenal and Saliba. And he said they decided as a team with William Saliba to let him go on a third successive loan spell for his better development. You're going to speak about that. But also, Arsenal have been linked to Tammy Abraham. I'm going to do a special edition of Tammy Abraham. But the question is, would you take Tammy Abraham? Would you consider taking Tammy Abraham at Arsenal? It's a very, very big question. And obviously, James Maddison, we do have an update. You guys have been killing me. I've been absolutely killing me. We do have an update. It is from 101 Great Goals. And it's a very, very great read. Because Tom Canton has written it from the Gunner Talk. So you're going to speak about those 3 stories. Do smash a like on the video. Do subscribe and get in your opinions and thoughts on what you think about Tammy Abraham and James Maddison. A very big boost in terms of Arsenal, but we also have some stumbling blocks in that area as well. Right, let's get the party started. So today, Olympique Marseille have unveiled the signature or new signing. The man himself, William Saliba, shirt number 2. That is the shirt number he's gonna be putting on. And Edu has been making some remarks, about the player and why the move had to actually happen. And he said they sat down together, and so he said together with William, we have decided it will be good. It will be good for his continued development to spend another season on loan. William joined us as an 18-year-old, and he's still only 20, so he's still developing developing all the time. That is Edu Gaspar, Arsenal technical director, speaking about William Saliba. So Saliba officially he is now a Marseille player. He joins them on a season-long loan, no option to buy in the in the contract. After that, he will return to Arsenal for probably another loan season, another loan deal. Probably this time we shall sell him on a permanent. Probably we shall give him the chance. I don't know, but this season we shall not see William Saliba actually play for Arsenal. And Edward said, together with the player, they've actually decided that the better thing to do, the great thing to do, is to let the player go out on loan for his better development, because he's just 20 years of age, so he needs to be developing all the time. Good luck to Saliba. I hope you get a great season at Olympique Marseille, and I hope you come back at Arsenal very, very strong. I hope you get a lot of lessons from the French League One there where you've gone. Right. Just a small update, guys, before we go into the Maddison deal. Arsenal has been linked with Tammy Abraham, and it is trending. It has exploded. Wherever you are, whether you're on TikTok, whether you are on I don't know, whatever kind of piece you're reading, there must be something related to Arsenal and Tammy Abraham. And the big question for me is, do you take Tammy Abraham at Arsenal? Would you take him? If we sold Alexander Lacazette, would you bring in Tammy Abraham as a potential replacement, as a potential striker at Arsenal? I will discuss Tammy Abraham in detail. But of course, all the deals around the striker depend on the fact, are we selling Lacazette? If we do not sell Lacazette, of course, Edin Ketia is set to go. William is set to go. If Lacazette leaves as well, then Arsenal will need in someone who actually fits in for those 3. And I think Alexander Lacazette could be replaced by Tammy Abraham, according to the reports we have today. So would you take Tammy Abraham? I'm not really saying I would take him. I'm only asking you, would you take Tammy Abraham at Arsenal if you had the chance? If Chelsea decide to sell to rivals, would you be contented if Arsenal brought you the head and feet of Tammy Abraham at the side? Let's get into the James Maddison the James Maddison update. 101 Great Goals, written by Tom Canton of the Gunner Talk, has actually given us a very interesting update around James Maddison, and he quotes Chris Whitley. He quotes Chris Whitley. So basically what he's saying, I'm not really going to read all the news later and the article, but basically what he's saying is Leicester City have made a decision between the two players that are set to leave the club. That is Yuri Tillemans and James Maddison. The decision is they have to sell one. And Tom was speaking to one of the Athletics reporters, basically reporting about Leicester City, and his name is called Rob Turner. He works with the Athletic and reports specifically on Leicester City. So this is what Rob Turner said. Historically, they have only sold one player. They only sell one player. Every summer since they won the title in 2016, they've sold one player. It's been Kante, Drinkwater, Mahrez, Maguire, Chilwell. That is what Turner said. And the good news is they don't want to sell. They don't want to sell Yuri Tillemans. I don't know why I call him Ricardo Tillemans. The name just Ricardo just slips off my tongue. But Leicester City want to keep they want to keep Yuri Tillemans. Come on, they want to keep Yuri Tillemans, and until this point in time, they're still struggling. They're still fighting to extend his contract. Liverpool is interested in the player, and of course, the player would be interested in playing for Liverpool as well. But Leicester City are not prepared to cash in on him. They're not prepared to get cash, from any club for Yuri Tillemans, and that means they are very open. They would be very, very glad if anyone came in with the right amount of money for James Maddison. So among the two players, one of them can move, and that is James Maddison, not Yuri Tillemans. So it is the Arsenal target that can actually be sold. It is the Arsenal target that is available for sale. He is available for sale for around 60 plus million pounds. The price tag has not changed. But one of the things I looked about in this one is since 2016 they have always sold a player, at least one player, and the reason they do the reason that they do that is they have always got to some. They always need to get some money in. They always need to get some cash in, right? So they sold Kante, that was expensive. They sold Daniel Drinkwater, still to Chelsea. I don't remember the fee. They sold Riyad Mahrez to Manchester City, expensive. Maguire to Manchester United, expensive. Chilwell to Chelsea, expensive as well. Actually, in the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in the past 5, are they 5? Yeah. In the past 5 seasons, they have consistently sold a player, and apart from that, they have sold a big player. Right? That's a big update. That's a big highlight. They have sold a player in each of the last 5 years. 3 to Chelsea, 1 to Manchester City, and 1 to Manchester United. So Turner says they won't sell 2 of them. It is Tillemans that they want to keep, and it is it depends on how you pronounce the name, and it is James Maddison that is open to leaving the club. Leicester City would be very open to selling James Maddison. They are open to selling James Maddison if the right offer comes in. Now with Arsenal, we do have a couple of issues, and the big stumbling block in this deal is Arsenal need to first sell players before we bring in Maddison. Before we even offer for James Maddison, we have to move on players. We have to move on Xhaka. We have to move on so many players. Of course, the first thing you've got to think about is raise money in. Obviously, I know the question you're going to ask me, but I'm not going to answer that. So the big question now is, when do Arsenal move on their players so that James Maddison, at least we can see an offer? Because the update is Arsenal will only make an offer for James Maddison if they sell their players. If we don't sell the players, if we don't move on players, there is no chance, absolutely no chance, that Arsenal will bid or make an offer for James Maddison. That is the update we have around this time. James Maddison as a player, it's been reported even today, he's open to moving to Arsenal. Very, very open 100% open to moving to Arsenal, but Arsenal might and still need to sell players. The likes of Xhaka need to go. The likes of Torreira need to go. And today we've been discussing the problem as to why our players do not have value. And the other reason we talked about was which players need to move on. And we agreed on so many on so many things with Glenn. I think players like Hector Bellerin need to go. I think players like Lacazette need to go. I think players like Xhaka need to go, and many, many more. So the update really, right, to put it into context, I think it's a big update if you only believe we will get our players moved on. But if we fail to get the players moved on, it doesn't make sense. It's for nothing. But I still believe Edu and Mikel will try to move on some players, probably around 5. Xhaka, Bellerin, Torreira, Willock, and Nketiah. Those 5. I think we can move them on. I think we will move them. And Sid Kolasinac, 6. I think those players, those 6 players, only and Willian, 7, right? There's so many. So I think those 7 players will have to leave the club in this summer. It's not like I said, it was never gonna be an easy summer. It was always gonna be busy. It was gonna be tiresome. If me, a simple blogger, I'm tired. And I do stories and I get tired. What about Edu? What about Mikel? So the James Maddison deal, the Housem Hour deals, those are deals that should be kept under watch, but they're not going to be easy ones. And with the Housem Hour deal, all people who have been asking me, it looks like Arsenal is still looking at Manuel Locatelli. The moment we fail to get Loca, we will move to Housem Hour. But we won't make great strides for Housem Hour if there is a chance to get Manuel Locatelli. So those 2 deals are also moving hand in hand, and very, very great to actually look at them. James Maddison, that is the update I have around him at the moment. Saliba signs for Marseille, officially and unveiled. Shot number 2, and obviously Tammy Abraham linked with Arsenal. I'll speak to you very, very soon.